But if you don't get the root, she just blinks away and you waste a lot of your ult chasing around. Huh.
Like 1 free smoke per team. Maybe you don't even have to use it at the start, but it's just like the first smoke your team buys in your inventory or like from the shop is free. This is a really deep wraparound from Liquid.
This is the hype. This is such a hype wraparound, actually.
They're getting close to
Yotaro,
Morphling.
smoke's gonna pop. He's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Turns out the whole side of Liquid has made the very long wraparound. And again, like we said, Yotaro on the Morphling, he's a tanky hero, but not really at level 1. It will be first blood. Goes the way of Insadia. He chuckles as the pause comes out.
Gonna go a long way towards that. It does mean you weren't in time to the lane to get the early body block like we like to see a lot of offlaners do nowadays. But it's kind of the trade-off of having to run in that direction to get the first blood. And the extra gold to make the difference. Looks like Maposhka being bullied. They didn't like his jokes. They stuck around there to try to catch him walking through. And they're going to get a second kill.
As for the others, he needs to get to his level 6.
He's got it now. So this is where most carries would start getting really scared and have to consider just leaving the lane. Ooh, can you get the spear back? No, there's the glimpse counter.
But Mirel comes through here on the Ember Spirit. Gets a really nice 2-hero shackle, but Saberlight makes the rotation, looking to maybe hold down Collapse. They've got him. A Cyclone onto Rue. Gonna try and chase underneath the tower, and now with Puck, actually doesn't take the jaunt to the orb. Maybe not feeling like it's essential. He's gonna try and shackle up some of these Brewlings, but they've got the damage. Saberlight as well as Nisha. We'll finish it off. 2 heroes dead on the top side. They do have a catapult here as well. Fortunately, dodges out that shackles. I don't think that was intended. He just took the jaunt and happened to dodge it out. Top lane. Here we go. They know they're in deep. They really want to commit for the tower. They're going to get it, but it might cost you Nisha and her Mickey, and it might cost you Saberlight as well. He's going to try and run away here, slowed up by the TA trap, but there's going to be the decrep. And with 5 heroes from Spirit, surely Saberlight does not get out of this one. Glimpse once again to try and make some space, but not enough.
True. Saberlight has rotated around.
Yeah, because he did a lot of damage to that top tier 1. As Nisha's hunting in the jungle here, want to quickly remind y'all you can go ahead and follow Fissure by typing !F in chat. F's in chat maybe for the Puck as he's going to get found. Does get the silence. Orb gets away, and well, with this, Nisha's going to survive. Rue trapped in a prison of his own making. Not technically his own making, but kind of. You can argue it. Saberlight looking to go to the mid lane. Vessel is out. We'll go ahead and drop the Cinder Brew. Mickey is going to try and chase. They do have the Primal Split, but they're holding it. They will use it now to make sure that they have the stun, the pullback. They take down the Pugna. This will mean the mid-tier 1 tower is dead. They have made every single rotation with this Brewmaster matter. Huge team fight wins into objectives. This one, not like you could, it's just 1 kill, but you get the tower.
Yeah, but Saberlight here has been very active. He's not the most farmed on his team, but he's been using his ultimate pretty much off cooldown, using the Spirit Vessel. He's been given a little bit of time now. It's like, hey, thank you for making the space. We've got the Witchblade on the Puck. I believe he has another item being delivered.
Back. All right, they will find themselves the Brewmaster. Saberlight does finally die. They've got plenty of damage, but you lose Mirel in mid lane on the Ember, so it's not without a trade. Yotaro, however, trying to make value out of this, does get the morph off, so he should be safe to survive here. Does, he's basically a Puck as well, so he's got tons of mobility. He has tons of spell damage. He's going to be able to Shadow Realm TP out here on the Dark Willow, but we're seeing why Yotaro is very scary on this Morphling.
So he's gonna play it safe. He's actually gonna queue up a BKB on the Puck this game. Not a common item to see this early, but I think he recognizes the danger of the Shadow Shaman, but also the Nether Ward.
Puck needs to be very careful. Yeah, he got baited so hard. Okay, this is one of those deaths that is really costly because if you lose more heroes, I don't think you can stop them from just taking Roshan, and now Insania will die.
Oh, the courier gets killed though with the Eagle Song.
That's pretty big, actually.
Finished, which is now. So now you look for a fight and then take whichever objective you want. Roche or
force
Tormentor.
Roche, right? Like, if you take the fight near Roche on and you have any of the Brew Split left, it's pretty free. Saberlight walking up onto the high ground. Glimmer Cape, they actually do find Maposhka. Happened to just be right on the other side of the tree, so he did not see them making their way up. And that's a really nice kill to take down first. Collapse will get glimpsed. In some trouble. Vessel is there. They should have the damage to bring him down. He's got no BKB quite yet. It's close, but not quite yet finished. Root will make it to safety. Doesn't say he have another glimpse. Not for 5. The question is whether or not they will go searching for him on the high ground.
Trying to set up on this triangle area. Everywhere they're interested in playing. Top tier 2 towers, mid tier 2 tower, and then the eventual poke at the high ground. I actually think we won't see them push too hard unless they manage to win a big fight, which is breaking
really
out
nice
right
jump
now.
onto the backside. They get on top of the Shadow Shaman, silenced up. Yatoro's gonna get caught by the Terrorize. He's stuck inside of the Static Storm as well. Can he survive? It's gonna be so close. How is he surviving this long? But finally, the numbers are overwhelming. Yatoro needs to be careful. The buybacks coming in from the Shadow Shaman. He's starting to get very low. Spear here will go ahead and find their Templar assassin. They need to bail him out, but they can't. Rue locks him down long enough. And it will be a 1 fight here for Liquid. A dieback on the Shadow Shaman. You still managed to hold the Aegis. I thought for sure.
They're going to smoke up and see if they can find something right before Roche respawns. This would be a huge opportunity. We see Morphling's end games with the items he has off of one good play. So if you find a very fortunate fight here, could see something come up like that. They have all the tier 2s on Liquid, though, so at least you're not going to lose the game off of one fight. You have to get through all of that, all the fortifies.
That scan is so value. It connects here. They know that Spirit are rotating in because Tormentor is up. This is where they're trying to make the fight. Saberlight and Mickey hiding here on the side. They will know about the rotation and for Rouge. Saberlight goes in, but they do manage to get on top of the Templar assassin. She dies without any help at all. Saberlight will at least take down the Shadow Shaman. Yatoro with a BKB, making tons of space and damage here. But now, Spirit, you've got to be careful. Do they? Actually, they don't. Puck's abandoned the fight. He's going back to try and cut the waves. They do get the blink out here on the Dark Willow. I mean, they knew about this fight. They had the vision to... The side of Spirit, being able to control areas of the map. We'll see Roshan become the next target. Who got the Tormentor shard, by the way? Went to Rue. Okay.
Useful one to keep himself alive.
Nisha jumps in, he steals the Aegis! No way! Yatoro will be able to take down Boxy, but Collapse, he's popped everything to try and make space on the back of this fight, and it's not gonna be enough. Stuck inside the Roche pit now is gonna be that Pugna. They should... Wow, they actually can't cancel his TP. They had nothing left, apparently. Yatoro, as the Puck, should be elusive enough. They do manage to take down the Shadow Shaman. But Yatoro will keep disengaging here. Orbs away, does have the Waning Rift up to the high ground. Will get silenced. Manta, Orb, silenced again. Spirit Vessel is out, but another waveform to safety. Yatoro has got so much reach, but can they get in range for the glimpse? It doesn't look like it. He should be safe. I've been training my whole life to kill this ward.
No, it is good to be careful. Like, sometimes you catch them warding, and it's like, oh, unlucky for them. But sometimes it's intentional. You know, they're dropping an observer, looking for a target to make a play. So he's like, oh, be careful first. Oh, they're actually not doing anything. Okay, haha. Just kidding, guys. I'll get it. Now the Liquid's turn to look for something.
They just got Meld Bash on TA, level 25. This is a massive talent. We'll see if they can find the opening they're looking for. As they see Yatoro on the wave, they don't know where anyone else is. Nisha has that amplified damage. The blink up to the high ground. They actually get themselves onto the Ember Spear. The Nullifier is out. He does get the jump away here with the Remnant. Static Storm onto somebody. Looks like it was onto Maposhka. The question is, can they find anything else here? They are really trying to find them. Maposhka would be a great
Glimpse
find
back
to
on the
continue to do the
Morphling.
damage. They do get the glimpse back, but Morphling just
Maybe
turns.
it was a bad
He's just
idea,
gonna
though.
kill them all. You overbaited yourself, Liquid. You get the TP out on Boxy, but you get absolutely nothing. You don't even get Maposhka, as Saberlight is now in deep enemy territory.
Looks like Saberlight. Okay, they scan, so they know he's here, but I think with the help of some trap. And it's just where like you don't have enough communication. The communication is jump whoever we see first, and the players saw different things.
Yeah. I also feel like I don't think the coil connected. Like, they went for like a blink nullifier play, and I don't think they got a coil onto the Ember Spirit. So I think he managed to survive. Blink and instant Hex! Terrorize comes out, but he dies to the Nether Ward. He doesn't manage to get the Bruise split off. Static Storm does come out, but thanks to the Shard of Rue, he pops a Greater Lotus during foul play. He's back to full HP. Oh, this is a disaster for Liquid.
Are willing to go for the end.
How many times have you and I talked about it where Morphling goes to high ground after one, like even a half-won team fight and ends the game? This is a huge issue. They have to buy back on the Brewmaster. Saberlight's gonna go and he gets hexed. He needs to be careful. Whoa, he got forced up the wrong way. He's just dead immediately. He's diebacked now without any help. Nisha's going in with that Aghanim Scepter of the coil, but it doesn't do enough. You've only killed the supports and he does not have buyback. Boxy stuck inside the arena. Liquid have crumbled. Despite what was a 15,000 gold advantage, Yatoro will end this game. Just going straight for the tier 4s. Mickey is going to be forced to pop the BKB, try and stand his ground here. Terrorize is available, but of course Yatoro can easily dodge it out. Will connect now, but guess what? They've connected onto that Templar Assassin. She's dead, so will Insania be. Curse Crown is out. Boxy trying to do what damage he can here, but it is 2v5 or 2v4. With the throne exposed, no fortifications left, trying to get the side blade procs here onto these heroes, but can they survive? No. The Blink Spear connects. And with this, the fate is sealed from Liquid, and Spirit will end the game. Pretty disgusting to deal with.
Maybe there's some cool cookie wolf tech.
Ooh. So, I mean, there is this weird thing where if you're facing Shadow Shaman and he shackles you, you just cookie them to stun the Shadow Shaman, right? Like, that always works. And Sania's gonna walk in the disruption, taking a lot of damage here. Shackles will hold them at bay, and with this, that will be first blood for Rue. They will find a return there onto Collapse, and these illusions, mind you, Maposhka on Shadow Shaman has some of the highest damage in the game. Mickey will die to Morel. Shackle comes out. Uh-oh. That is a 3-for-1 trade, and with this, Liquid are in a really rough spot going into these lanes. I mean, Ember once again having a great start to his lane.
I do think Niche is doing better, though. More warmed up.
Yeah.
This time around. Last time he fell behind in CS. I do favor Ember in the matchup just a little bit, but it was a little bit more one-sided than I think it should have been last time. Might have been that, you know, warm-up game type status for the mid lane, which is very high mechanics. And if you're just a fraction of a second off, you pay the price like Boxy might. Look out, little alligator crocodile.
He's dead. So there is a fun little play I think they're trying to make work here, which is like cooking the wolf onto...
Between Cookie and Scatterblast, or there was a little Shredder build for a little bit. It's just like good synergy in the lane. I don't really think of Lycan as that hero. I feel like Lycan just wants to farm up to a Helm of the Dominator, and he'll run wolves at weak supports, but I don't think Shadow Shaman's really that weak.
Nisha mid lane nearly dies there. Incredibly close. Good rotation in here from the Muerta. And this will probably force him back for that power rune that's coming up here at 6 minutes. Now top side, there's going to be the Wolves, plus the Howl, plus the little Shredder. A lot of minus armor, so we're kind of seeing this built up
if
from
he gets one more.
Not going to get it.
Topside, Lycan gonna get shackled to death. Niche is here.
They have to get this
Body
kill,
block
right?
with the wolves.
You committed everything for this. There's going to be the silence, but Rue's coming through, looking to get a silence of his own. The shackles are out. They do get the kill thanks to the wolves from Saberlight, but Nisha still plenty tanky. Lots of minus armor and damage coming out. One more auto attack will get him the second kill as he jaunts away with the orb. And Rue actually being body blocked by the wolves from Saberlight. Another silence coming through. Cookie off the mark. The silence, however, does connect on to Nisha. Gets it with the double kill. Just has to avoid the calling, and he does. A massive turnaround topside.
Advantages of making the plays first is that you often walk to lane, so you get a little bit more mana. Rue had to teleport in, which costs a bit of mana, and at the end, he could have killed Puck if he could use Deadshot and the calling, but just not enough mana to use both.
Do they have the damage here for the Lycan? I think with the urn, it's going to be close. Saberlight looking to get a Cookie to safety, or a Cookie in aggressively. They don't have the mana. He's just dead. On the other side, though, Mickey does claim a kill here onto that Shadow Shaman. So 1-for-1, able to dodge out that Cookie. Boxy, he's going to try and fall low, but the coil comes out in time. There's the rebound, sticking around a little bit too long. You will punish him. I mean, it's a 2-for-2, but getting the Ember Spear is crushing this tower. Okay, Saberlight, you gotta be careful, bro. You're losing the Pine Cone. That's 100 gold. All right, over near the jungle. They go for the Boxy Snapfire. They get the kill. Nisha actually gets a haste rune. Rue's in some trouble now because of this. Here comes the shapeshift. They do manage to get the disruption here. Do they have a coil? Not quite yet. Remnant number, that's his last remnant available. One coming off cooldown in just a second, as he will continue to try and chase, but there is the coil. He's going to be forced to snap it. There are a decent amount of poison stacks built up, but there's no more mana left on the Shadow Demon, and Nero will survive. Now that shapeshift was used to go topside, and he is chasing for Collapse instead. The rebound aggressively with the Fleeting Fury will grab themselves a nice kill onto Collapse. Yatoro is going to be okay. Nisha died mid.
Uh-oh. He was pretty low off that hasted rune fight, trying to really push it. Missed what happened, got caught. Boxy trying to finish the kill with the Snapfire ultimate. Oh,
okay, huge. Boxy, tip him back, dude. Do it. You can't let him tip your puck and then not tip him back. It's a good find here potentially for Yatoro. Boxy will go ahead, throw the urn, get some damage out, but with this Rue in pursuit, maybe they go. There's no Snapfire ult quite yet. Ember is here with the chains. Jumps on forward here with the Cookie, trying to continue to stay on top of Yatoro. There's going to be the coil, and they will be able to bring down this Templar Assassin. The question is, can you get more? As Saberlight's got that wolf chasing, there's going to be the Pierce the Veil to buy himself some time here on the Muerta. Now turning their attention over to the Shadow Shaman. The summons gonna die, and the TP comes in from Collapse. Spirit Vessel out onto Insania. But a nice disruption to make some space. Mural should have chains up here shortly. The body blocks. Very nice. He should be safe. Does Collapse have blink? He doesn't. He's trying to get in range for the arena. He might do it. He's going to. Goes inside on his own. The Mortimer Kisses, though, come through. And now Rue's in trouble. Nowhere to go. Even clipping Maposhka with him. A double kill for Boxy. You know, we were unsure of the...
Come to that bottom lane, TP in, and they'll get a fast kill. Otherwise, they're going to make their way to the Wisdom Shrine. They're a little late for it, though.
They scan it. I mean, they're not going to make it in time, but they can still go for the kill here, I think. And Collapse, yeah, not looking good for him. Marcy's damage is insane, bro. What is this hero?
As if she didn't do enough damage on her own. With a Disseminate level 3 now, she's going to have 30%.
But I was going to say, every time I see Saberlight play this Lycan, the Wolves are constantly scouting heroes, like more than anything else. He's going to use them to try and do some damage to the tier 2 tower, but once this falls, they will be immediately running for them. Arena does come out. Mortimer Kisses are going to come through to a decent chunk of damage. They have to respect this. And with a shapeshift, he's out. Puck to go in, silenced up the whole back line. And now they jump in. The rebound from Mickey deletes Yatoro as now they chase for more. Collapse in some trouble. Cannot connect onto the spear. Going to try and TP out on the Shaman. That is not going to happen. Mickey says no, but Collapse will be the one that does make it out. Like there from Collapse.
Actually, I think a lot of his arenas have led to his own team dying, now that I think about it. They haven't found a kill in quite a while, despite the start.
It's an 8,000 gold advantage, right? And without finding these kills, it means there's no real vessel here on Morel. Now, they are looking for Mickey. He's in a rough spot. He's going to get speared up into the arena. Does have the BKB, but it's on cooldown for 2 more seconds. Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
All right, there's a good kill.
That's a
Grab
huge
the
one,
Marcy,
yeah.
who does not have the Aegis, since they once again give it to Puck to play aggressive like this. Get some free kills on the
The
map.
Mortimerkiss's shard, or I'm sorry, with the shard on Snapfire, it applies less impact damage, but it does not reduce the burn damage, which is why that 10 talent you're talking about is so valuable.
You know, part of the reason Snapfire dropped off is that she used to have that level 20 timing where Little Shredder would get her attack damage and everything, and then level 25 it would split. They swapped those, which just hasn't been as good for her. But maybe get this shard, get this farming speed. It's like, I'm gonna hit 25 faster than ever. This is bullying, guys. Leave Mapochka alone.
Well, he came in there to try and find Mickey, but again, last game it worked against the TA because there's not much you can do about it. But this game, he has a stun creep with him at all times. He is refusing to let himself get controlled by the Shadow Shaman. Bottom lane, Mortimerkisses comes out with Nisha with the help of the coil. They find a big kill onto Yadaro once again. Boxy now on a mega kill.
They managed to do it last game. Can they do it again here?
Oh, Boxy gets feared up onto the high ground. Marcy finished an Ags, which is pretty scary. So now you have the AoE silence in the fights. Now, of course, Fleeting Fury does not proc Aghanim, so they're blink the arena. Spear does catch Boxy. He's a big target, but he's pretty tanky. Gonna get the Solar Crest, try himself to survive, but he can't do it. But now the chase up onto the high ground. It's a 1-for-1. You trade your off lane for the Snapfire. I guess it's, you know, something for Spirit, and you hold the high ground for now.
You did lose one barracks, though, and a series of events off of a good fight from Spirit allowed a comeback for Spirit. This time, Liquid's holding the lead, very safely pushing with all their creeps. And you just got to do it one more time, and the game is essentially yours.
Oh, Cookie on forward, trying to get him out. They do manage to break the shackles of a spear back from Collapse. They just don't have the damage.
Marcy's in the back,
Mickey
killing everyone.
just solos Ember Spirit thanks to the silence. He GG's. I was like, yeah, this one's it, guys. Finally, Spirit will bleed. Maybe because Yadaro picked a duplicate hero. It's hard to say, honestly. I don't know which one, but Spirit.
This does explain the Venomancer ban a lot. He can shred through that refract.
Wards placed both on the top side of the map here. Saberlight gonna go and maybe try and make a play for the Deep Bounty rune, but needs to be careful because there is a Bane there as well as the Doom, and they have a lot of damage. Bottom side, Crush comes out. He will grab it, but stuck inside the cogs here on Collapse. Boxy needs to get the body blocks, and he will. Beautifully done, continuing the chase. Do they have the damage to finish the job? It's gonna be so close. One more auto attack. Goes to Nisha, and that is first blood for the Puck.
For runes, and then you're going to be able to rotate to the side lanes, see what you can get done.
Well, that's a lot of damage bottom here on the Mickey. He's just dead. Walks in way too far. You don't have the level 2 on Insania yet to go ahead and give him the Shadow Word, and as a result, they get themselves a big kill.
It's level 3 on the Slardar, I guess. Getting a lot of solo XP while Bane was out of the lane, catching them off guard with that level advantage. Now getting Saberlight with the glimpse. All right, stronger showing in the lanes for Spirit this time.
Pretty much free farming. Yeah, they're going to be forced to TP back to base on Saberlight, get closer to his phase boots as Mapochka is looking for a glimpse target. Really nicely done. Bottom lane, Mickey, nightmared back quite a bit. Does have an Aphotic Shield, which he's going to have to use, as well as 10 wand charges if he wants to survive this. Bash damage is just too much, and Collapse will crush him one more time. Gets on top of Insania. This should just be a double kill now. He can't survive this either. This offlane Slardar is owning them.
So far, so good. I believe his power treads are on the way, and he might be finding another one. There's a Nightmare onto the Warlock. the same time Aposhka's trying to contest these stacks here. I don't think he can do too much besides absorb XP, though.
Oh my god. This bottom lane is a disaster. This Slardar, I was going to say maybe he gets his blink like 13 to 16 minutes. He's going to have like an 11-minute blink, dude. Like, this is a huge issue for them. Bro Strike does come out to dodge out the glimpse. Really nicely timed there from Saberlight.
Her timing is not going to line up with the Slardar because the Slardar is just so far ahead right now. Level 6 hits on Bane, Disruptor, 5.5. Yeah, a lot of things lining up here.
Oh, Saberlight, he was pumping the ult, held it for a second, and then just immediately dies as Maposha comes in, hits him with a sentry. It's a lot of stacks from both teams, but mind you, Spirit did steal like 3 to 4 of these stacks.
Yeah, when you think of it like that, it's like Spirit is 3 times ahead.
Oh. They find Rue. He goes for the Nightmare. He's trying to play for a Fiend's Grip, but the Golem is available, and they're hiding in the trees with this, so they will try and just find a quick pick-off here onto Rue. And they will go ahead and throw the...
It's not that quick.
What a dodge from Nisha. Nicely done. Hookshot in from Boxy. Getting Collapse would be absolutely massive. Does Boxy have 0-point battery assault, by the way?
Yeah. We've seen Saberlight just jungling for the stacks. Lower cooldown Rocket Flare helps you stack more while also sniping a couple last hits in the lane that you're just soaking XP in. For example, right here, getting a stack. Doesn't realize he's being watched during this. Static Storm going to come out for a free kill onto Boxy, and you're going to steal these stacks now if no one comes over here. Split damage going to everybody.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. Collapse also just bought his shard. It's being delivered. He got it right at 15 minutes, which is expected. Top side, we're going to see them look for a smoke gank here, looking for Yatoro. They're going to hook shot in. They do manage to get the Disruptor. Not a bad start. There's the Epicenter out onto the Doom, but the rest of them going to come through. Nice coil. Insania has the Golem. They're going to drop it. They really want to get Yatoro here, but
Fiend's
the
grip on
damage,
the puck.
it might not be enough. Yeah, with the Fiend's Grip, easily finds the kill. The question is, can they chase for more? Really nice cogs there. Pushes them back. Does get the Nightmare, though. Rue, really well done.
In the end, you never even kill the Doom.
You're dead on mid lane, too. It's not even close. Collapse is too strong. This is the thing that's so much of an issue. You do not have damage on Liquid. You really don't. You don't have Epicenter. All you have is the blink on Saberlight. And even once you get the Radiance on this Abaddon, I don't even think it matters. This is a really good ward. This ward is doing heavy lifting right now. They get on top of the Doom. They drop the Static Storm. They do have the damage to find a kill. Hook shot in from Boxy will find Rue as well. All right. Big plays, actually. Managing to find themselves 2 big kills, and now they can threaten this tier 1 tower on the top side.
You don't have stats. Your Refraction is not going to last long in this fight. And then your small health pool is going to get run through. So the BKB will keep you alive.
They see everything. They get a really nice Epicenter onto the Disruptor. They've trapped Rue as well. He's looking for a way to get a fight off here, but he can't. So much Doom damage coming through. They take down the Sand King, put the coils onto 2, and the Fatal Bonds are onto all 3 of the cores. Yatoro does manage to die. Now, can they get Collapse or Mirel? Collapse is the big target. A big crush. The Meld Strike. Mirel just collapse him. 2 dead. Mickey finally showing up, but... like, AoE Crush can't be blocked by Lincolns, but you kind of feel like you might need a Lincolns to deal with Doom eventually. Do you just have to rush BKBs? You're going to go for Manta on Mickey, which is a pretty standard item here for the Abaddon. He's going to get isolated off. They dive the backside. This will be a very dead Insania. The Sister Shroud tries to save him, but they get a great Static Storm. The blink out from Maposhka, I think, is what found him. And that will be a kill onto Abaddon as well.
Not TPing out right away because he knows I have to stay on the map. I gotta try to creep cut. He's moving out to get the next wave, but it is gonna enter vision. In fact, he might have already been spotted.
That is... he's one... yeah, I was like, he's got the bash. There's no way. The best thing he could have done, maybe... well, I don't know. Yeah, they still managed to find the puck. They do manage to get him on the following wave with the Static Storm. Nightmare out from Rue, but immediately going to pop the borrowed time here to turn their attention onto the Bane. They have plenty of damage to secure this. Mirel actually blinking in aggressively for this. I mean, Mickey doesn't have borrowed time. And they're really hoping to get a glimpse here, but they won't be able to. But he finished his Aghanim Scepter, so good luck killing the Slardar now.
I feel like the regen he gets practically counters the Radiance.
Yeah. You don't want to go on the TA here, but you do kind of need to prevent them from doing this. Like, Aegis for another minute.
Puck's been found.
Ooh. Is she dead?
Oh, Fiend's Grip. Yeah, he's going to die. At the same time, they're going to try to start the fight here while Puck is being sacrificed in the bottom.
That is not looking hot here. Yatoro's just going to BKB, just destroys
maybe?
the Sand King. The Doom comes out. Mirel BKBs, gets all the auras in the world. He blinks away, and so does Yatoro. They might get collapse here. The buyback, but guess what? Another BKB. And every single one of the Prime for 5. And then two enormous buybacks. This game is falling apart for Liquid and fast.
Situation, but great work from Spirit. Just a clean escape. They don't even lose the Aegis, which, I mean, at this point, there's 10 seconds left, so they don't even care. They're going to find another kill onto Nisha here in a moment. Nightmare to waste the rest of the Ghost Scepter. Oh, maybe one more defense?
Nice save from Sight. The Crush actually bails him out. They can turn around with the Epenter. They're getting a lot of damage here, but Collapse is so freaking tanky. They might be able to walk away. And now with Morel here trying to get Saberlight, Rue is dead, but the kill onto Collapse still cannot happen.
Forgot to turn his Radiance off, though. Okay, yeah, he's like, oops. Just gonna go back to farming, I guess.
He's gonna cut the next wave, I think. No. Okay, he's just gonna farm. Okay, he's gonna walk right into Slardar, though. He's here. The Blink Crush obviously reveals Saberlight immediately.
They're gonna find Puck top. Oh, fast blink out. Rue is in position for that.
Yeah, I mean, the gold lead just continued.
Liquid needing to group up just to secure a camp for your carry. They all need to be here.
I'm trying to think at what point the Sabaton comes online, but he is level 17. He does get the blink out, which is nice. The evasion is really doing wonders here, but Maposhka trying to snipe them on the backside is going to be underneath a ward, and a sentry glimpse will send Mickey out of the way, but Saberlight pump faking on the side here, ready to go in with the blink. The epicenter, they do manage to get on top of Yatoro, but here comes the double BKBs. They just delete these heroes one by one. The Fiend's Grip will grant the Sand King. And they got a Nightmare onto the Puck. Can they get him? They're thinking about it. Just Collapse going with the Crush. He does get the Ghost Scepter off of Coil onto 3. Morel will respond with his own BKB. Turn on to Box. He tries to finish the job, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Thanks to the Solar Crest. So himself the Parasma, a pretty massive damage boost for this hero. Smoke up from Spirit. All right, this means Roche has to be soon if they're doing this, right?
One would assume so. Going for the wraparound. Now Liquid is positioned pretty...
It's respawning right now.
Pretty well here. They're mostly together, but Puck's actually a little bit ahead trying to creep cut.
Good scan. Really good scan for the Radiant. They're going to smoke. Boxy might throw himself in there, but it seems like Liquid might want to just dodge. Oh, he gets the blind crush here onto the Puck. He needs help. Can he get out? Okay. Yeah,
oh my god.
Immediate nullifier kill on
Oh, that combo's pretty good.
Bro strike. The double BKBs again. They'll come out. Yatoro still manages to survive. He's on a sliver of HP. The Fiend's Grip. It finds the Puck. Collapse. Needs to come back over. They're going to immediately try to Aphotic Shield and bail out the Puck, turning their attention over to Rue. He's going to burn. Maybe. No, he's going to live. The Brain Sap does enough. Mirel gets a double kill, and it's Nisha versus the world. Up onto the high ground he goes, but there's a Doom still available. Right back into the hands of the TA. 5 dead, all for the Bane. And with Roche respawned, this is spelling a disaster for Liquid. and do a ton of, it's like a 700 physical damage nuke on Slither and Crush every 4 seconds is pretty ridiculous. So I imagine that is going to be the talent most people take. Meld Bash now online as well. Blink in, Nullifier out. We're going to force the ult immediately out of the Abaddon. That will be the borrowed time. Sand King died somewhere. Morel soloed him in mid lane as he was trying to make a play for the lane cut. But he's got that Nullifier. There's no way to escape. Boxy, he's going to get caught. Nullifier out. Chain stuns. But a glimpse comes from Maposhka. Ready and waiting. And Collapse just needs one more auto attack, really. Or the Crush. Another Nullifier. Godlike for him.
Puck found up here trying to rat.
No. There's so many Godlike sprees. They can't keep... no one can get out. That's an E-Blade into another bash. Rue's like, I gotta get my own Godlike spree. You guys have had enough here.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time to rack up more kills for his own Godlike spree. He's got, I don't know, 5 more seconds here. You better make it up here.
I mean, throne exposed. There is no fortification left. Yutoro's gonna go in, tries to find the kill onto the Warlock. Doom instead just onto the Clockwork. That should be enough. Murel, he's gonna get caught from the epicenter. Borderline unbothered as Nullifier after Nullifier after Nullifier chews through the side of Liquid. 3 dead without buybacks, and now they get their hands onto the puck inside of the Static Storm. He gets that phase shift off for now, has the blink up onto the high ground. He's okay, but again, you have a throne to defend, and I don't think you can. That will do it as Spirit will close out this series. They get themselves the 2-1 over Liquid and will be advanced.
You are doomed.